Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Just thought I'd do you a quick video to introduce you to a new project that's going to be featuring on the channel very soon, which is this old Seddon Atkinson. This is a project we've took on for a long-standing customer of ours, so I'm going to give you a little walk around, show you what it's going to need, show you some of the issues we've come across with it just on a quick glance, and sort of give you an idea of where we're going to be going with this truck and what it's going to get done to it. So we'll start on this front corner. See there's some damages to the front panel and also this front grille. It's quite badly damaged all around here. Looks like it's been painted with a brush at some point in its life, but won't be anything new really for something this old, would it? But majority of it's there. There is a couple of little bits and bobs missing, and a lot of this stuff will have to be repaired because parts for these kind of trucks now are very, very hard to get hold of, so we will have to repair and reuse what we can. These bumper corners are looking a little bit tired, a little bit worse for wear, so I'm hoping we can get some new ones of these. Stuff like these rubber bump stops just hanging off. We will reuse the centre bumper, get that shot blasted, repair that, restore it, repaint it. Again, this corner panel again is looking pretty tired. It's all warped, misshaped, cracked, scuffed, so we'll be replacing that hopefully as well. Headlights are pretty knackered. Reflectors have completely corroded inside there, so we will have to find some new headlights for there, unfortunately. Indicator lens on this side is smashed, so again we'll have to replacing them. Now these are a Rubberlite lens, so they shouldn't be too hard to find. They should be pretty much readily available. Little bits like that. Windscreen seal doesn't look the best. It's quite cracked. Now that could be something that we might struggle getting hold of. We may have to reuse that and just try and tidy it up the best we can, but again that's something we will look into. He does want to keep that top name bar, so we will be keeping that and making it work, getting it all lighting up, making nice. So we'll start around this side now. We'll move our way around here. A couple of dents in the doors, bit of rust coming through. Again, corner panels, looks like it's had some filler in the past. It's all started to crack, so it's going to want a lot of filler work, this truck, and a lot of repairs, but it's all manageable, it's all doable. Mirror arms quite rusty, so we will put them through the shot blaster and see how they turn out. I think these are quite generic. These actually look the same as the ones that are on the Scania 143, so it's a bit of a universal part, that I think. So these should be available, but we'll blast them, see if we can save them. If not, hopefully we should be able to get replacements. We've got all the wiring hanging out here as well, so we'll have to rewire all this and get the heating mirrors working, because obviously they are not electric on this truck. Now look at the curb mirror, I'd say that's a little bit knackered. That's not much of that left at all, so we will definitely be replacing that. Again, that's just a generic part. We've got these rubber seals here just falling apart. There's definitely no saving them, so that is something we're going to have to find. They're absolutely shot. We've got a little bit of rust coming through on the door frames, just around the window edges. They'll have to be repaired. We've got a bit of rust coming in to the rear quarters. Again, this will have to be repaired and treated. All down this edge here, it's just starting to go. It looks like it's had some filler also in this rear quarter over the years, which again wouldn't be uncommon on something of this age. A lot of paint flaking off the wheel arch, but other than a bit of paint flake, that actually looks pretty good and usable again, so I'll probably try and save that. The customer has had new wheels and tyres put on this truck, but we have come across an issue with this upon him dropping the vehicle off. We had a quick look around it and we picked up on something pretty much straight away, which I'll come to in a minute. I'll show you it's actually the back wheels that we've got an issue with, so I'll come back to that shortly as we make our way around. Again, these rear quarter seals are looking a bit knackered, and hopefully we can get some of those. Again, if any of you guys do know a good part supplier for these old Seddon Ackies, if you can drop that down in the comments and let us know, that would be much appreciated. Obviously we do have our own part suppliers, but something of this age they might struggle getting parts for. Battery cover's missing, so we're going to have to either try and fabricate one of those or find a replacement. All these sort of bushes and stuff we're going to have to look at. The cab mount bushes look a little bit worn. I mean, they're not seriously bad, but if we can get some we will change them. We've got quite a bit of rust coming into the back panel here, so this is all going to have to be chopped out and repaired. Again, just up this seam, some rust coming through there, so I want treating and sorting out. The rear seals don't look too bad, to be fair. There is a bit of rust up there, but It's not actually broke through the cab, so just been caught at the right time. I think that should be treatable and repairable. This catwalk will be coming off. It's all knackered, it's bent, it's twisted, it's ugly, it's just not nice. So this will be coming off. Now we're looking at putting a full chassis infill and fabricating a full chassis infill for this vehicle, which should look pretty good when it's done, to be fair. And then we will also fabricate a new set of steps rather than having this big hefty horrible thing on the back of it. Chassis don't look too bad on this truck. Looks like it's had quite a number of paint jobs over the years, which has probably saved it. It's not overly pitted, it's not cracked, it's pretty straight. So yeah, that'll should come out all right. This truck is going to be shot blasted as well, and the plan for this is we are going to go through it mechanically first, get all the mechanicals right. Once it's mechanically sorted, then it's going to go off for shot blast. Then it's going to come back to us, and we're going to start to work around, obviously getting the chassis in primer, getting it all painted, and start with all the prep work and all the rest of it. So aim of the game first off is to get it mechanically right, because what we don't want to do is get it all nice and shiny and painted and then end up having to sort of go back, do mechanical work, and then have dirty handprints and, you know, chipping little bits of paint off and stuff like that. It's just not a good way of doing things. So let's get it mechanically right first, and then get the bodywork and all the paint work done last. Now, as I was just saying earlier on, we have come across an issue with these wheels and tyres. Now, the tyres on this that have been put on it, they are brand new tyres, supplied and fitted by the customer. They are 1122s, which is 1122.5, which is the correct tyre size for this truck. Now, I think what they've done, the company that have actually supplied these have unfortunately supplied him with the wrong rims. Now, I think these are a 295 rim or an 8 and a quarter. I think they are 8 and a quarter inch. Now, I think those rims are too wide, and it's basically made the tyre walls bulge quite severely, quite a lot. There's quite a bit of a bulge on those. You can see it's almost stretched the tyres. Now, the problem is, if you look in there, how close that is to the chamber. Now, you could say, well, you can remove that, move that pipe over to the other side, but the bigger issue is, if you look down, we can get this on camera, to come under here, if you look down there, look at that chamber bracket bolt is actually pressed into the tyre already, and if you look around the tyre you can see it's been gouging into the sidewall. So yeah, you can see that down there, guys, which is the bracket for the brake chamber, actually squidged into the tyre sidewall. So that is not good. That's going to rip the sidewall out of that tyre in no time at all. So we have advised the customer that he does need to get his tyre company back to put the correct rims on this to stop the sidewalls bulging as much. I mean, look at the bulge on those sidewalls. So yeah, that's something that's got to be sorted. Underneath, looks pretty solid, to be fair. Everything's there. See, the exhaust is rotten. It will be getting a new exhaust, but the basics are there. Plenty to work with. Got the Eaton box in it. It's not a twin split, unfortunately, but still a good old box. Leaf springs on the rear. Looks pretty solid under here. It's quite a small truck, this, to be fair, as well, and it just shows you, if you look at the size of this, in fact I'll show you around the front in a minute, just how small these things are compared to the modern stuff. Well, let's continue around the truck. So we're going to be having all new wing saddles, all new mud wings. As obviously you can see there, the rear wing saddles are quite rotten. Rear lamp bracket snapped off, rusted off. That's going to need a new one, fabricating and putting on. Having all new backlights. Fifth wheel's going to be coming off, run-up ramps are going to be coming off for shot blast and paint. Hopefully these air tanks should be savable. Again, we'll probably have these blasted up or hit them with a sander, see what sort of condition they're in. If they're not too corroded, these can be painted and go back on. This side, light bracket, it's not too bad, pretty solid. Again, going to have new backlights, new rear wings, new flaps. Saddles are all rotten. Same again on here, saddles just completely gone. Fuel tank's going to be coming off. There's a few dents in this, but it is repairable. It is solid, a bit of flaky paint, but rust wise it's pretty good. This will be getting restored and put back on the truck. Air intake is workable. That's going to live again for sure. It's not too bad at all. Probably wants a new rubber boot around the bottom of it. Bit of rust in the brackets down here. Again, this can all be chopped out and repaired. I had a temporary repair there on one of the gear linkages as well, because the ball joints fell off, so that had to be cable tied on just to be able to drive this onto the low loader. But yeah, so it's having all new gear linkages and stuff as well. Again, this side of the cab is pretty straight. A little bit of rust just creeping in down the bottom edges, and you can see this has had some filler in the past, so God only knows what's behind that, but hopefully it shouldn't be too bad. And a little bit of rust there, again just surface rust, nothing serious. Window seals aren't too bad on this side. Yeah, this one's a little bit knackered, same as the other side, starting to fall apart. So yeah, plenty to do on this one. I'm going to take you for a little look inside, show you how basic these trucks was. The good old window winder, back when drivers had to wind their own windows down. So yeah, pillars look alright, step pods look alright, pretty solid, everything feels solid to stand on. All this floor matting is going to be coming out, it's all breaking up, so once this is out we can assess the floors. Hopefully these floors will be pretty solid. I mean, looking at the rest of the cab, I would imagine they are all solid up there. There is some panels missing out of the roof. We're going to be insulating this roof and putting some sound deadening in it, and then we're going to have to fabricate some panels in there. Now the customer actually wants a little bit of a sound system putting in this truck as well, so we're probably going to sink some speakers into the roof and may even hide them underneath some carpet just so it sounds good, but it doesn't take away from that old authentic feel in the cab. Its driver's seat's pretty clean. It is going to be having a full retrim inside here as well. Bed's not too bad, just a small cigarette burn there in the bed, but it's not too bad at all in here really, and it is very dry as well, surprisingly. Passenger seat's pretty good as well. Dashboard is all complete, nothing missing. Whether everything works or not, I'm not entirely sure yet, because I've not actually fired it up and checked everything, but I would imagine they do. It's pretty robust, these old girls, so I would imagine everything still works, but that will be checked anyway. Old school radio, look at that. There's the old Eaton gearbox, which just shows you, doesn't it, how basic these trucks used to be and what drivers used to have to deal with and sleep in and work with compared to the modern stuff. So the mileage is showing 128,594 Ks. I would imagine that's probably gone round the clock, but then again, who knows? I mean, seat's pretty clean, no really any real wear, but I'd like to think that's gone round the clock, but I could be wrong. It could be a low mileage vehicle. I don't really know the history on this, I'll have to ask the customer, but yeah, the gear gator is completely perished, so that's going to want a new one. Let's get back out of this cab. I just want to take you for a little look around the front again and just show you the size difference between a modern truck and this old truck. Look at the size difference on that. And we used to think they was quite a large vehicle, but yeah, absolutely miniaturised now compared to the modern stuff, and even those are quite small compared to what they have over in the States. But there we go. Just thought I'd give you a quick rundown on the new project that is going to be featuring on the channel. This will probably be more of a picture collage videos on the channel this time, because obviously I've got to respect the privacy of the staff. This is getting done through one of my businesses, which is FMS Fleet Maintenance Services, so not everybody wants to be on camera, so obviously we will take pictures as we go along with this restoration, and I will come in and do small videos of updates of an evening. I'll just pop in when everybody's gone home and just take you for a walk around the truck and show you what progress has been made, but I won't be able to film sort of every step of the way like I do with some of the car projects and stuff like that. Again, I've got to respect other people's privacy in the workplace. So that's going to be it for this one, guys. I hope you have enjoyed this little video. If you have, please drop us a like, drop us a share, don't forget to subscribe, drop us some comments, let us know what you think, and we'll see you all on the next video.